Hello everybody, this is Kirby over yonder, and you know what I like? Cartoons. You know what else I like? Cartoon reviewers. I mean, it kind of makes sense considering the fact that I myself am a cartoon reviewer, but it's really cool to see that there are other people out there that share the same passion for cartoons as I do. Many cartoon reviewers have inspired me to start reviewing cartoons, and there are just a lot of them that I have a lot of respect and admiration for. However, there is a cartoon reviewer that I particularly really hate, and no, it's not Bum. I know a lot of people hate Bum, but personally I don't mind him. No, the cartoon reviewer that I really hate is Calobi Productions. Now, before I start ranting about him, I just want to stress that I do not hate Calobi Productions as a person. For all I know, he could be the best human in all of existence, or the worst. I'll never really know. I just really hate his videos. What I'm going to do here is go through all of his videos and explain why each one of them is bad. Just keep in mind that his newest video, by the time of me recording this, is his video Gravity Falls is returning to Disney. So just keep in mind that any other video that came out after that will not be featured in this video. Alright, let's start. But before that, I'm just gonna say that I'm pretty much going to be skipping any of his videos that aren't related to cartoons, which, yes, does include his anime-related videos. I'm doing this for 3 reasons. One, because I want to show why he's the worst cartoon reviewer, and, well, talking about his videos that don't have to do with cartoons really wouldn't make sense if I'm trying to do that. 2, I really don't have that much to say about them. And 3, this video will probably end up being pretty long as it is, and I want it to be shorter, I guess. So his first cartoon-related video is his top 5 cartoon crossovers and cameos. And before I get into the video itself, just look at that thumbnail. Yeah, that Adventure Time and Star vs. crossover doesn't exist. It's just clickbait. Something that he does a lot. So his number 5 pick was this clip from Family Guy with the mystery crew from Scooby-Doo. And yeah, that's not a cameo. Family Guy kinda does this thing where they parody a bunch of stuff. And this isn't a crossover or a cameo. This is just Family Guy making fun of Scooby-Doo. This doesn't count. Do your research. Oh, and by the way, he never actually explains why he put that clip on the list as opposed to any other crossover he could have chosen. That's just lazy. Well, actually, he doesn't give his opinion on any of the entries. Yeah, instead of actually saying why he put any of the entries on his list, he just steals footage from them, puts it in his video, and does nothing, which is incredibly lazy. His next video is 10 kids cartoon characters reimagined as adults. So let's just get into it.
Who could forget a lovable sponge, full of excitement and childlike fun? SpongeBob takes our number 10 spot because we have to see how or if he can age at all underwater.
You know, SpongeBob doesn't actually have an age and basically can't get any older. So yeah, anything you're about to say is immediately invalid.
Now that is some crazy here. SpongeBob's figure still seems intact.
Okay, so in case you don't know, that image comes from the episode The Sponge Who Could Fly, in which there's a gag about SpongeBob having hair. This isn't supposed to be how SpongeBob looks when he's older. It's supposed to be how SpongeBob looks with hair.
But what would number 1 and the others look like today? We can see that they've all slimmed down and have amazing style. Number 1 is still rocking those shades. And number 4 is still a little goofy. Seems the crew is stuck together through all these years.
Yay, stolen fan art! Seriously though, you could have at least credited whoever made these. So the rest of this video was basically just stolen fan art, so I'm gonna be skipping to the next one. Although one thing to note is that instead of there being 10 entries on the list like the title would imply, there's only 7. Yeah, this is a problem that a lot of Calobi's videos have, and it pretty much proves that the guy doesn't know how to count. Calobi's next video is the kids' cartoons that look totally different in other countries, and based on both the wording of the title and the thumbnail, you may assume that the video is about cartoon bootlegs that were made in other countries, but instead it's just about cartoons that were censored in other countries. Yay, more clickbait!
We scrambled through the internet and we found some shocking videos that I'm sure you've never seen in your entire life.
I hate it when YouTubers say stuff like that. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I've already heard of 2 of the 3 entries on your list. Stop treating your audience like idiots and just get on with the list.
Number 3 on our list goes to Squidward. Now, a lot of people remember when Squidward ate his first Krabby Patty for the first time.
Holy crap, this is painful to listen to. Either script your videos or edit them. I may not script my videos, but at least I edit my audio so it sounds like I scripted them. You, on the other hand, don't. Also, is anyone else getting really tired of that one music track that he uses in all of his videos? 'Cause I am.
Here's a funny thing. I believe that Toy Story 3 was the most scariest Toy Story and Disney movie for a long time. Now here's the thing. We watched this with a couple, well not a couple, I watched this with my class a long time ago, and everyone was crying. And everyone was like, how did they show this on Disney? Like, the ending scene for Toy Story 3 was extremely ridiculously scary. I mean, they were in a pit of fire, our favorite toys, and they were about to die. A fiery, melty, just crazy, man.
Okay, I agree with you there. Toy Story 3 is the most scary Toy Story movie, but what's the point again? Seriously, what is the point of you mentioning this? You don't even talk about Toy Story 3, you talk about Toy Story 2, so this is just filler.
Coming up on our number 1 list will shock a lot of you because you would never see this one coming.
I'm gonna see it coming, aren't I?
And our number 1 spot goes to Pokemon.
Wait, I didn't see that coming! Yes, I did actually. And you really couldn't have chosen another cartoon that's less predictable to be number 1? Like, I don't know, Steven Universe, Ren and Stimpy, something? But nope, we have to be predictable, but treat it like it's completely unpredictable. Also, unpopular opinion here, but I think Pokemon is better than Pokemon. Fight me.
Make sure to like and subscribe, and you have a chance at...
Whoa, I have a chance at something?
You have a chance at...
Oh my gosh, I actually have a chance at something.
You have a chance at...
Oh my gosh, what? What do I have a chance at?
Just go ahead and subscribe and like the video.
Get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Seriously? What was the point of that? Why didn't you edit that out? All that did was waste my time and give me one more thing to complain about. So his next video is the 10, emphasis on the number 10, most shocking moments in Rick and Morty.
You guys are not going to want to miss out on this video. Make sure you watch through the entire video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 Rick and Morty shocking moments, guys. You're not going to believe what's on this list, I'm telling you.
Wow, subtle.
Before we get into this, I want to talk about the regular show drama. A lot of people are saying that this show is a copy of the regular show, and we got to address that here, and I don't think that's true, because I think the show is a show on its own. It doesn't necessarily, I don't even think it copies it. Sure, it may look like it a little bit, but that's out of the way.
What the hell are you talking about? Nobody is saying that Rick and Morty is a ripoff of regular show. I've never heard anyone say that in my entire life. Heck, In the process of making this video, I even looked up Rick and Morty is a ripoff of Regular Show on YouTube, and nothing came up about Rick and Morty being a Regular Show ripoff. And for a second, let's just pretend that people are saying that Rick and Morty is a Regular Show ripoff. What does that have to do with this video? You could have made a separate video about Rick and Morty not being a Regular Show ripoff, but instead you just forced it into this video. So the number 10 entry was from the episode Total Recall, where Rick kept telling Morty to shoot him, and Morty shot one of the parasites instead. I can't play you the clip because of copyright reasons, but here's what Calobi had to say about it.
It was a hard decision for Morty to make, and he had to make it because he didn't want to obviously hurt someone who was dear to him, and that's why this is shocking. I mean, can you imagine pulling a gun on someone that you care about? Even pulling a weapon on them. I mean, not everyone has a gun. Imagine just trying to hurt someone you like. It's not something that anyone wants to do, and that's why it was so shocking to see that in this episode.
So, people die all the time in Rick and Morty. It's kind of a key part of the show. I mean, heck, in the Rick Shank Redemption, Morty actually did try to kill Rick. And here, sure, he thinks about killing Rick, but he ends up not doing so. So in my opinion, it's not very shocking. But hey, the number 9 entry is even worse. You wanna know why? Because it's the freaking never past bedtime scene from Total Recall. I don't get it. What about this scene is so shocking? It's just some weird fantasy that happened. He doesn't even explain it. I mean, at least with the number 10 entry, I could kind of see where he's coming from. But this, I don't even know why he put it on the list. He doesn't even explain why he chose it. He just shows the clip and goes on to the next entry, which is just lazy. Oh, and the number 8 entry, which by the way is also from the episode Total Recall, is that like the only episode he's seen or something? I don't know. But it's the clip of Rick saying, "Lick my balls." What about this is shocking? Like the last entry, he doesn't even explain it. He just shows the clip and moves on. What about this is shocking in any way? And the number 7 entry is just Jerry punching the buttons on an elevator. I'm pretty sure he just took random clips from Total Recall and randomly placed them into the video.
Anyway, back to the drama we were talking about with the regular show. A lot of people are saying that this show is a copy of the regular show.
Okay, I have so many problems with this. First off, you randomly interrupt the countdown just to mention something that you already mentioned earlier in the video and has no relevance to the actual video other than the fact that it has to do with Rick and Morty. All you do is regurgitate what you said earlier in the video, except drag it out for almost half of the freaking video. And of course he just skips to number 1 because Calobi Productions doesn't know how to count. And of course the number 1 entry is just some random out of context scene from Total Recall. And then he spends the next 3 minutes talking about his stupid gift card giveaway or whatever. Because, you know, we have to get to that 10-minute mark. Next up is the 5 unbelievable ripoffs in cartoons.
Personally, I feel the show in its first season was extremely well done. The jokes were lighthearted and the plot didn't take itself too seriously, so you can always have a laugh. You can hear the paper. You know what? I'm gonna have to edit this out.
But you didn't because you're too lazy to do so.
However, a show called The Legend of Lucky Pie shortly started showing its head. With the art so devastatingly similar to Adventure Time, many batted an eye to the show and stuck with Adventure Time. Loyal fans grew mad at the show. The show never gained anywhere close to what Adventure Time gained, and it sort of died off shortly after.
Actually, that's not true. The Lucky Pie YouTube channel has gotten a lot of support, and they just released a new episode pretty recently. Plus, come on, Lucky Pie's not that much of an Adventure Time ripoff, is it?
Next up on our list is a Russian ripoff of Gravity Falls. Oh, Russia. Not only were the visuals inspired, but the plots had the same themes.
What the hell was that?
Many of you know the amazing world of Game Ball.
Yup, I love Game Ball. It's one of my favorite shows, up there with Adventure Tom and Gravity Falls.
This show was actually ripped off from a show called The Miracle Star. Actually, I hope I said that in order. I mean, Miracle Star, they ripped off The Amazing World of Game Ball.
Yeah, don't take the time to re-record that. Just keep it in, it's okay. We just need to pump out this video as fast as possible. Oh, speaking of which, make sure there are only 3 entries on the list instead of 5 to make the audience feel like they're ripped off, no pun intended. Next up is the 5 hidden adult jokes in kids' cartoons.
Up on our list is Teen Titans. You may remember this if you're a millennial. Teen Titans was a popular anime way back, an American animated television show created by Glenn McCarthy, based on the DC comic characters of the same name.
Alright, yes, I know what Teen Titans is. It's a great show, but can you please get on to the dirty joke?
A load of superhero characters thrown into one series, and that's what made the show beautiful. But another thing that made this show beautiful is that the fact that the story arc kept the audiences captivated.
Alright, that's cool and stuff, but where's the dirty joke?
Next up on our list is Gravity Falls, and this one is going to shock most. We have no idea how they slipped this one under the rug.
What? Where was the dirty joke there? You just said, oh, Teen Titans is a good show. Like, I'd expect that there to be some dirty joke in Teen Titans, but no, you just kind of went on and pretty much forget the entire point of the video. Oh, but do you guys want to know what I love about this video? The fact that, 1, there were only 2 dirty jokes featured on the list, one from Gravity Falls and another from the Fairly Odd Parents, and 2, half of this video is just some random out-of-context clip from Family Guy. Okay, 1, Family Guy is not a kids show, nowhere even close to being a kids show, and anyone who thinks it is a kids show, well, is an idiot. And it just comes out of nowhere halfway into the video. He doesn't explain it, he doesn't give a transition, it just comes out of nowhere, and really took me off guard, to be honest. Alright, so next this is what Gravity Falls will look like in 2018. Alright, just so everybody knows, this is what Gravity Falls will actually look like in 2018.
I think it'd be interesting to see how this show has progressed throughout the years, whether you're watching for Grandpa, Diaper, or Wendy.
Oh man, Grandpa and Diaper are my 2 favorite characters, right next to Merble, Sus, and Rebby. Seriously though, if you can't remember the names of the main characters, then you're probably doing something wrong.
With the power of computer technology, we can see a 3D model of how Gravity Falls would look like if animated in this way.
Yes, because not only will Gravity Falls come back, despite the fact that Alex Hirsch clearly doesn't want that to happen, but it will also be animated in CG for literally no reason.
It does look similar to Jimmy Neutron. Shows like Jimmy Neutron give us a fresh sense of how cartoons should look like. A lot of people did like that show, and I personally did enjoy that show when I was smaller. If I had to pick a favorite character from Jimmy Neutron, it would not be Sheen. A lot of people like Sheen, but it would not be him. My favorite character would be Jimmy, just because I feel he doesn't get enough credit for the things that he did. I mean, he was a genius, for crying out loud, and he was only a kid, so that's why I would pick Jimmy Neutron.
Hey buddy, you might have forgotten, but this video's supposed to be about Gravity Falls, not Jimmy Neutron. Why are you rambling on about Jimmy Neutron so much?
Other shows that have changed art styles are Teen Titans. If you're a millennial, you know what this show is. Teen Titans has progressed to be Teen Titans Go.
No, Teen Titans Go is a spin-off of Teen Titans, and thus they are different shows. so your example here doesn't work.
Cartoons such as Adventure Time have not really changed for the most part. I don't even think it's changed a little bit. I don't think it's changed at all, actually, because Adventure Time has stuck through. But it did change technically because in the original pilot episode, I showed this in my other video. Go ahead and watch that if you haven't seen it already. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. But anyway, if you haven't seen that already, the pilot episode was really bad. This is what the creators of the show, they sent in to Nickelodeon, and Nickelodeon had it for a little bit, and they rejected the offer. They sent it over, and then Cartoon Network picked it up. Cartoon Network saw the opportunity, and they said that we will give you guys a chance at doing this, and Adventure Time ended up being extremely successful, and people were, the animators, the competition was just losing their mind because they didn't think that this show would get that successful in that short amount of time. Nickelodeon made a mistake doing that, and they could have had one of the most successful shows in humanity. Nickelodeon now runs a lot of SpongeBob 24/7 the last time I checked, but recently I checked again, and it turns out they don't do that as often as they used to. They changed up a little bit. I don't know if it's changed as of this video, but they don't run it every time. There's a couple of new shows on the network that they're showing, and that's cool to see that they change it up a little bit, giving people a different chance, and not just milking out SpongeBob because it's not what it used to be. And this is not my words, it's just truth. It's just plain words. I'm trying not to be biased here, but it is what it is. Just telling you what I think. I'm not telling you what I think, sorry. I'm telling you what it is, and what it is that SpongeBob has changed throughout the years. Storyline-wise, animations-wise, no. Okay, it has changed to Flash to make it easier.
What was even the point of any of that? None of that had to do with the topic of the video, and it just made the video feel more and more unfocused.
Anyway, back to subject at hand. Gravity Falls looks good. There's not a lot to go by on the show. Hopefully the main characters, we know Diaper, the grandpa. Hopefully we can see how Diaper would look like if he aged. Oh, sorry, Dipper's, sorry. That name is easy to be confused with. But if you were paying attention, you would know that I even messed up.
Oh, so you do know his actual name, yet you refuse to correct your mistake. Yup, okay.
Yeah, so we don't know how these guys will look like in the 3D model, but I did show you guys before the 3D model, as you can see on screen right now.
Actually, all I see is a clip from the Fairly Odd Parents.
The animators, they're working on the storyline, and that's what I like about the show. Gravity Falls, they work on the storyline. They don't really, they like the animation, they work on it, of course, they want to make it look clean. But they do what matters, and what matters is the storyline.
Okay, first off, the writers work on the story, not the animators. And two, you know that Gravity Falls ended, right? Like, he's talking as if the show is still currently airing, but it's not. There's gonna be no more Gravity Falls episodes, and thus, nobody's working on anything.
This concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching. You made it all the way through. For making it all the way through, I'm going to give you something special. And the thing that I'm going to give you is that, okay, here it is.
Yeah, he literally just shows this image for like 2 minutes and says, "Oh, it's a special thing that I'm giving you," even though the only reason why it's here is to make the video 10 minutes long. His next video is the subliminal messages in Teen Titans Go, and judging by the thumbnail, we can already tell that the video is going to be amazing.
The most dirty scenes in Teen Titans Go are not gonna go unseen.
Okay, what's up with the stupid voice? Why didn't you just use your normal voice?
First up on the list, Robin twerking. It's unseen to see a cartoon character doing such a thing, but he did, and they allowed it.
Actually, a lot of cartoons have allowed twerking for some reason.
Next up on the list, the bubble wrapper. Wow, that was the most dirty scene I've ever seen. Robin had to come in and get them back on focus.
What? What about that scene was dirty in any way? They were playing with bubble wrap. Nothing about that scene was dirty at all.
You may be wondering the way to Cartoon Network, everyone has been doing subliminal messages. Maybe the animators got bored, I don't know. Like I said before in my previous videos, the animation process is taxing. And when you're bored, you're gonna draw something in.
No, that's not how it works. The animators don't just draw it in because they're bored. They're written into the story by the writers. The animators just animate it. And they don't do it because they're bored. They do it so any teens or adults that are watching would be able to get the joke.
In a recent episode, they slipped under the rug the word AIDS on the mirror.
Actually, it doesn't say AIDS, it says hiss.
Next up on the list, Robin went in for a kiss with Starfire, but he kissed Cyborg instead. This embarrassment was shown on TV, and it was subliminal. Kissing is an adult theme, no matter what anyone tells you. It's for adults.
No, kissing is not a dirty joke. The fact that they kissed was not a dirty joke. So many movies and shows for kids have had the characters kissing. It's not a dirty joke, it's just a thing that happened.
Who is your favorite character on this show? If you had to pick a favorite character from Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, or Cyborg, who would you choose?
Oh, so now you use your normal voice. He pretty much talks about random crap that has nothing to do with the video and no one really cares about for the next half of the video, so I'm just going to end off here.